Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. This is kind of an impromptu live, and I almost went live last night because the energies that was going on between Schumann's resonance, the solar flares, the new moon, the super moon, actually, new moon in Gemini. I don't know about you guys, but comment below what was going on for you. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about Schumann's resonance. Are you familiar with it? Do you know what I'm talking about? And I'm sure you do. I mean, many of you on this channel are, you know, awake, enlightened, aware of what's going on. Or maybe you're like, I'm feeling all these things, but I'm not sure what it is. So yeah, I get it. I understand. I mean, I even had an amazing Epsom salt bath. I cleared, I smudged, all my crystals, my cards, myself clearly. And there was one point yesterday where I was sitting in my chair reading, and it felt like my hands, it's hard to describe. It felt like my hands were growing outside my hands. You know, when you put on gloves that are too tight, too small? It felt like my hands had outgrown my hands. Yes, I know. Uh, it was, and they almost felt numb, my hands. And then I've actually been having headaches the last couple days as well. So I went over to Facebook to my friends, the Schumann's Resonance group, and well, let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff going on. Not only that, but with the solar flares. I noticed technology myself. I was at a speaking event on Saturday and nothing was working. The technology, the microphones, everything was just offline, glitchy. So let me know where you are in the world, if you're watching this live, if you're on the replay. And I know I had Unleash Your Magic, our private group there. I'm going live there as well, which I haven't done in a while. So I'm just going to show you the spikes, the energy spikes here, the map. Look at this. And I mean, you can see clearly there's the light, there's the love, there's the energy. That's the global tone of the earth on the left side. And then as you move into the right side, which was yesterday, many people are going, oh my goodness, this looks like the infinity symbol. This looks like the fish sign, like Christ consciousness. Look at the right side. You're going to tell me that, that there's not something going on. And maybe you are aware of what's going on. But I wanted to talk about, the Schumann's resonance. It's a set of spectrum peaks, extremely low frequency ELF portion of the Earth's electromagnetic field spectrum. So the resonance here, it's a global electromagnetic I mean, we're all electric. We're all made of particles. We're all stars, right? So we all are vibrating in different tones and energies, but it's generated by lightning discharges in the cavity formed in the Earth's surface to the ionosphere. So the normal value of the Schumann's resonance is 7.83 hertz, right? So our brains in the waking state, in the beta wavelength, is between 7 and 13 hertz. But as we go to sleep, it goes into theta, which where the subconscious programming is done in NLP, hypnosis. So now the Earth Schumann's resonance value is 7.83, which is perfect for the beta state, right? So that's why I was wired. I'm like, woo, I'm wired. Like I was ready to go live at 10 p.m. last night, and I never do that. So we're going to see more of these spikes more often. And these are reprogramming our subconscious. Deep programming is being cleared consciously or unconsciously. And these programs you can take them as entities. Everything is energy, right? So our subconscious mind is the gateway to the metaphysical. And that's where the real balance is being brought back, right? I mean, I'm not the only one here that's feeling off balance. My clients are as well. So the so-called dark has been playing in this subconscious or metaphysical to disbalance the universal law. But keep in mind, for us to wake up, however you wake up or come online. The dark has been playing its roles delicately. So, they say the light, the dark. And I say light work is work. It is work. And even, knowing that we are human, we are God actually with a spark of human. I've heard this. We are, absolutely. And we can choose at any time. However, we are still on this physical earth. All right. So, let me know what's happening for you, because these spikes do disturb your sleep and the deep hidden entities or programs. Ascension symptoms, trauma, fears, wounds. So one day you feel amazing, the next minute you might not. It's a roller coaster. And these are designed to resist. So our logical mind kicks in, right? Because, of course, we're feeling off, we're like, what's going on? And then we might be going down the rabbit hole. These are here to teach us lessons we came to learn. So, really, we're consciously clearing. And you can do that through a beautiful self care program, meditation, yoga, silencing the mind as much as possible, not associating with whatever's coming in, rather feeling and letting it pass, which I was doing a lot of clearing and feeling and passing, and eventually healing. And the best way to deal with these thoughts and feelings and fears and emotions at this time is, yeah, not giving it your attention, but I want to share this with you because attention is energy for these programs, because that's what they're designed to do. And wherever energy goes, your attention goes. So the breathing, grounding, earthing, wilding, walking barefoot, hugging trees, spending time in nature and water, hydrating, all the fear, your traumas, your wounds that we carry will eventually control our subconscious and distort the truth, because everything's an illusion, right? You got to look past the veil. It's really why once you awaken, you're distributed and everything goes haywire and you lose everything, including your sanity. And I've always said, I've lost my mind. I'm crazy and I don't want to go back. Why the heck would I want to go back? I don't want to do this life again. How about you guys? Do you want to do this again? So I know that there's quite a few people watching, and we're going to talk about, you can call them demons, dark energy, entities. They're just pockets of etheric, and they're running like software, and they don't have independent consciousness. So they cling to consciousness, right? That's why you need to heal yourself. And they enter through the trauma gateways. And as I've said before, the subconscious is a gateway to the metaphysical. And that's where the real game is played. Game. Yes, the game of life. Software, programs, spells. You want to call it black magic for thousands of years of design systems through subliminal symbols. Yes, we know about those. Lyrics, sounds, events. So access to your mind and body. You manifest them into the world without even knowing that you've been programmed. So on mass level, individual level, that's why mass scare events, which have just happened recently and seem to happen quite a bit more, are held every now and then, like wars and shootings. It's kind of a way to PTSD yourself, deliberately designed to propagate fear and cause trauma and open the subconscious gateway, like a trigger point. And remember, we are co-creators. We create form. We can choose at any time what's going on. And there was also Father's Day yesterday, which, many have estranged relationships with their fathers. Maybe they didn't know their father. Maybe their father was terribly abusive, alcoholic, whatever that was. That's part of this as well. We all need to heal that father wound, not just the mother wound, but the father wound. And I know that there are a lot of men coming on board doing the very same thing. Or maybe you have an amazing relationship with your father. Whatever that is, I think the biggest one is the Heavenly Father. And no, it's not some dude in the sky. It's knowing your innate power, who you are, that you have everything inside of you and you can choose or not choose. You can go, "Oh, Christine, you're really woo and way out there." I don't care. So really, we're unconsciously creating this reality as slaves. I mean, this patriarchy's been in for a long time, but we get to see the beauty in what's happening, how everything is changing from within, and eventually it will reflect our reality like a mirror. So all these solar flares, Schumann, earth, water, everything is supporting us in this process. So think of those who are trying to stop this process. They might even be around you in your family because we already know the three: religion, science, and politics. But they can't. The change is happening on so many fronts, especially the revolution within. So be thankful and be in your power, I guess is what I'm saying. And there's nothing to fear. All is happening by a grand, amazingly beautiful design. And you are amazing. You are beautiful in this design. And the only thing that stands between this old matrix is the new earth. Love, love. I mean, fear is easy. You can flip it to love at any time. It's a choice. And you can accept and embrace this transition. And the more we talk about it, I mean, that's the part of community is, that to keep you suppressed, to keep you down, to keep you, feeling like you have no power is disconnection, right? And that's part of imposter syndrome as well. I heard an amazing speech the other day about imposter syndrome, but it started with bicycle face. Have you ever heard of bicycle face? I'm like, I've never heard of this. Essentially, she was saying this started in the 1890s because they went from horse and carriage and buggy to bicycles. And the women were like, oh, this is amazing. I don't need a man to come. I have to wait for him to come pick me up or whatever. I can just get on a bike. Well, guess what? They didn't like that. So they started calling women bicycle face, which is the modern day version of resting bitch face here. Do you see what they're doing? It's a suppression. It's an oppression. It's a way of making you feel less than. And how are we going to stop imposter syndrome? You start with yourself and you say, no more, no more. There is no such thing. There is no problem to fix. It is a way to distract and to make you think here, and then you disconnect here from the heart, where you go right to the heart and go, no, I am just as powerful as everyone else. And I know I'm here for a reason. I have purpose. I'm here to shine my light. And if you don't like it, that's not my problem. You have some things to heal. You have some work to do. Stop focusing on everyone else and focus on yourself. That's it. Hi, Gitte. And be aware that we don't project our father to the father. Absolutely. That's right. And projection is another big piece, and distraction and deflection and attachment and detachment, where it's about, as Eckhart Tolle says, it's about being in the present moment in each moment, being aware of what's going on, but not being sucked in a way, right? And I was talking to a few people after a speaking engagement yesterday, which was called Sensitivity is a Superpower, where we have been told the opposite, or we were, in the family, in the system. Oh, you're too sensitive. You're overreacting. I think that's a good one. I don't subscribe to that at all. And I get a lot of pushback, and that's fine. They're on their journey, I'm on mine. You cry too much. You're weak. These are all labels. These are all ways to wound you. These are all ways to suppress you. These are all ways to trigger you. The more that you work on yourself, into me I see. That's why I work with intuition development, mediumship development, self-care tools. Practice them every single day. And let's say you're like, I have no idea where to start. Well, you can start with an idea, an awareness, and then you can go from there. And there's so many tools out there. For me, meditation, nature, eating well, because we have to keep this avatar as clean as possible. And if we have to supplement, then we supplement. And if we fast, we fast. Reading, the Bible as well. I mean, go into that and deep dive. That will blow your mind. And it's not a religion, okay? We got to stop doing that as well. That's a form of label. That's a form of segregation. Not going there, not doing it. As well, there's yoga, there's qigong, there's breath work, there's crystals, there's healing frequencies, there's the Schumann's resonance. I mean, we are extraterrestrial, all of us. I mean, there's been a lot of discussion about that as well. Do you believe in UFOs? And how only the ego could think that we're the only people on this planet, in this universe. I mean, come on. Seriously. It's laughable. It's absolutely laughable that, the media, which I never subscribe to. When people tell me events, news, I just happen to catch them. I'm like, "Ugh, okay." And then the prayers go out. And that's why I have Edgar Casey. It's a soul purpose study group. I have it every Monday at today, Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. It's completely free. If you want the link, let me know. We'd love to have you, because the more that we practice and come in community together, the more that we're co-creating together, the more that we're collaborating together, the less we're thinking of ourselves and we're being in service for others. I mean, I don't come on this channel to, yeah. I don't come on this channel for myself. I come on this channel for all of you and anyone else that is having a hard time, that is going through the dark night of the soul, that is thinking or feeling, I feel crazy. I can't do this. Nobody understands me. Nobody cares. Nobody hears me. Nobody sees me. I see you. I hear you. So if you're here and you're not sure why, you need to reach out. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. So the solstice portal, I mean, we just went new moon, super new moon, Gemini, got that dueling twinning energies, right? I pulled 2 cards for that. You'll have to go to my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok accounts for the information on that. But basically, the world card and the magician, I mean, basically, and we're talking about global resonancy. We're talking about how we all are magicians, magic, alchemists. We can turn anything into gold. We are. And if you need to work with affirmations, detoxing people, places, and things, I say go for it. And if you need help with that, we'll help you. So your solstice portal's coming up into the higher 7-7 portal, which many shamans say is the flashpoint where many souls are coming online. Many more are coming. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means that there's going to be some more shifts. Are you ready? Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Be kind. Forgiveness, empathy, compassion. As they say, hurt people hurt people. I mean, you're going to see stuff and people are going to be mean and you're going to see crazy things. And just know it's not them. They're like out of their body, if that makes sense. They're not fully present. And that could be anybody. That could be your boss. That could be your family. That could be anyone. Yeah, send prayers. I mean, As Carolyn Miss would say, prayer is the easiest way to just tune in and tune out and to make a shift, a huge shift. And I'm also aware of codependency. Now, what is that? That means you are dependent on someone else because you don't enjoy your own company. You can't be alone. You can't just sit and do nothing. That's part of codependency. And it's like the dog chasing its tail. It's it's a circle. It's something that you just keep coming back to, that you feel good for a while. It's almost like a dopamine hit in a way. So you got to recognize those patterns of codependency. You always have to be around this person. You can't it could be a partner as well, and when they leave, you're distraught, you're wondering what they're doing. You get it's I've worked with some clients. It's a thing. And I will say I was like that as well. I was, because I had an abandonment wound from my father leaving when I was 4 years old. Traced it right back. And I'll talk about it because it's happened to many people. It might have been somebody else in the family. And to make, when you are a rainbow sheep, not a black sheep, a rainbow, it's more fun that way in the family. You get outed right away. You get segregated, you get put in the corner, you are seen and not heard. That's part of my speech. The sensitivity is a superpower, and I will put it out on YouTube. It's an audio, I'll put it to video, but it came in as a channel, and it just blew my mind. Um, and that's the other thing, intuitive writing, journaling, you know, eh, putting things on paper, creating art. Just go and create, because that is part of therapy too, just so you know. It's been my way, and then working with clients as well to help them to heal that inner child, and then the rebellious teenager, right? There's that part too. Um, Susan is just talking about not getting a grip on eating healthy. Yeah, there's so many things in that. And I understand. I understand actually, because I had an emotional attachment to food. It was a comfort for me. So I'd love to help you with that if you want to talk further. I mean, the biggest thing is detox. Once you get your avatar cleaned out and then start integrating the foods, and your body will be like, "No, I don't like this because I'm not getting my hits. I'm not getting my pleasure centers activated." Because it is a brain thing. It is too. I would recommend listening to Dr. Mark Hyman. He has a podcast called The Pharmacy, Pharmacy. Amazing. As well, when I had my Epsom salt bath last night, I don't want to forget these beautiful people in Nova Scotia, which I'm going to visit for 2 months. I can't wait. Um, they're called Dynasty Electric on YouTube. They have amazing sound baths, breath work. They're by the ocean. They have a Seal Harbor sanctuary, which I'm going to check out, but I'm giving them a shout out. They're amazing. I was in that bathtub for an hour and I was transported somewhere else. Yeah, that is a big and hidden issue. Absolutely. And the only one that is healthy to be dependent on is God, our soul. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, God, like I said, in my post yesterday, even though this is my first Father's Day without my dad, it was a sad day. I took my time. I did absolutely nothing. I was in my pajamas all day. And that might be another thing, is we need more times like that. We don't always need to be doing something, watching something, and being there for everybody. If you find that you're a people pleaser, stop. Stop, because it's a way to distract yourself from going there, as my mom would say. I don't want to go there because it's too much emotion, too hard. But my dad, I took him to the ocean in Victoria, and though he could barely walk, I mean, he tired easily. I was humbled, um, but he was still happy. He hmm, it's like he went back to his childhood when he was there, and I was felt so blessed to, be able to take him there. And I did know that would be our last time together. So, to anyone else that's going through something like that, we're here for you. We love you. Uh, yeah, Angelica or Angeliki, yes, it's been weird. You'll have to go back to the beginning. I was talking about the Schumann's resonance. I'm talking about solar flares, talking about that super new moon that we had as well, but it's all rushing into the solstice and then into the Shaman's 7/7. There's a huge portal where a lot of people are coming on board. So you're going to feel a lot of things. Like I said, I felt like I was out of body yesterday. Like I was outgrowing my skin. I could actually feel like my hands felt really weird. And I had to stop for a minute. I'm like, what's going on here? And then I was so relaxed in the bathtub last night. As soon as I got out, I mean, then I'm like, I'm going to go live at 10. I need to go live. Anyways, a lot of stuff. It's a roller coaster. So hold on tight. Um, and actually, it's this Saturday. I am training some beautiful souls in Yasui Reiki level 1 and 2. So if you're wondering, how do I use, I'm a light worker. I want to help heal people. I want to heal myself. How do I do that? Well, I will show you. It's it was trans it was transformational for me to not only work with a mentor in mediumship development and becoming certified as a medium, but then also experiencing Reiki. You can, hands-on healing, quantum touch, QTTP, all of that. I mean, those are all healing modalities, and we got to stop putting labels on them. It's healing, but it starts with ourselves. And I'm also taking applications for our 8-week, 6-month, and 1-year Unleash Your Magic group and Step into Your Purpose. They all start in September. It's a group experience. You will go from feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and confused to stepping into who you truly are. And I know that because it happened to me. That was me pre 2017. I was stressed. I was anxious. I was depressed. I was addicted. Oh my God. Alcohol, food, cigarettes, sex, all of them. And not really shopping. I never got the shopping one, but all the other ones I did. And I had years of therapy, didn't get anywhere. Doctors would just write out prescriptions. I'm not knocking them. But here's the thing, when I said in my speech yesterday or Saturday, I wanted to be seen and heard. What's going on with you, sweetie? Nobody ever asked me that, ever, ever, ever. Right? That's where the healing starts. And I recommend you read Johann Hari's book, Lost Connections. Amazing, amazing book. And Dr. Gabor Mate. Go watch on YouTube all of his videos. My mind has been blown so many times by that beautiful soul. The work that he's doing, amazing. That's his work, right? We also have a free safe space for empaths, light workers. It's the first Saturday of each month. So comment for the link if you want to join. It's completely free. And of course, help us in our community by sending super chats for questions, share, tag, comment. And our Soul Healers community and retreat center is coming on board again. So there will be more access, workshops, more connections, more creations for you, because I want you to finally, like myself, come on board, have that light bulb moment. And maybe you are, but you're like, okay, there's got to be more than where I'm at. So that's called leveling up. I don't really align with this group anymore, these people. That's because you're you're ascending, but not in a, a snooty way. I'm better than you. I'm a guru. Not that way. Just you, like Oprah says, you want to surround yourself with smarter people because that's where you're going. That's a trajectory, but not in an ego based, in the way that you're supposed to go because you're here for a lesson or maybe a few. So you got to follow those breadcrumbs. So where would you like to go today? Yeah, food is your only comfort for sure. And yeah, I get it. But you never give up. And Mark Hyman, yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing. Can I write these names down? All right. Well, I will recommend Mark Hyman podcast. That's called The Pharmacy. And we're doing this in real time. And no, I don't have any assistants. Not yet. I'm building my team. Who wants to be on my team, like a moderator? I know I have Gitte. She's been such a wonderful help and blessing as well. But we're bringing in more because as we're growing and ascending, and it's not just me doing the work, but we're going to spread the wealth because that's what we're doing. I just spoke to my son about this. He said, and I'll ask you this question too: if you had a choice to go back, would you go back at the to the age of 5 and do everything over? Or would you, where you are right now, take $1,000,000? Let me know in the comments. What would you do? For me, I took the money because I want to spread that around. I know I can help more people with that right now. Yeah, Johann Hari, he's also been on quite a few podcasts as well. And he's written 3 books. His last one was Stolen Focus, and I will have him on my podcast as long as well as a bunch of other people that I'd love to have on my podcast. And I did a podcast episode with uh, about Dr. Gabor Mate's book Hungry Ghosts as well. So these are just some of the things that I suggest just to get you started because it's about 360-degree healing, and we do need a team of people to help us, and that's why I do have a Kickstarter and a GoFundMe page, one for my Oracle deck, and the other one is for Soul Healing Retreat Center. I'm so excited about that. And I'm bringing in practitioners that align with, God's work, with the work that we're doing, not ego, because I have experienced communities already where I've gone in and they're like, oh, yeah, we're doing all these healing things and this and that. But then you listen to them and then they're fighting. And I'm like, okay, I'm out. You lost me. So I'm being continually shown to do this myself, to create my own. Yeah, Susan, 1,000,000. That's right. Love it. Love it. Yeah, because that money we can manifest and we can double it, we can triple it, we can quadruple it. You know, it's amazing. So yeah, here are some of the people I recommend: Mark Hyman's podcast, The Pharmacy; Johann Hari, Lost Connections; and then Dr. Gabor Mate. That all of those people have, dropped beautiful wisdom into my avatar. And then it becomes, here's the thing: knowledge, that's learning. That's understanding. Guess what understanding is? Having it integrated and going light bulb, flash, flash, flash. I get it. Oh my goodness. And now I'm going to share it. You don't ever keep that to yourself. But it's not like being on a soapbox going, well, I do this and I do that and you're doing that wrong. No. No, we don't do it that way because you're going to lose people. You just shine your light and do your best. You're doing the best you can. If nobody told you that today, I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, is that song, You're Gonna Love Me? Chicago. Anyways, so yeah, The past has been such a good learning process. Yeah, it has been. It has been. I used to think it was so hard and why do I have to do this? And I'm scared. And what if I get it wrong? Ooh, that's a big one. What if I get it wrong? What if I fail? Again, that's a program, right? They get you into the system, into the school system. Oh, you did that wrong. You go in the corner. All those shaming, blaming tactics. That's bullshit. I know that's changing. You could help so many people with money. Absolutely. And it's a hand up. Everybody needs a hand up. But here's the thing. If you don't ask, you don't get. So what do you need right now? What do you need right now? How can we as a community collaborate and help co-create what's in your heart? You can share that with me now, or you can share that with me if you're catching this on the replay. All right. Wow. I feel better getting this out. Um, and if you're struggling in some type of toxic family or toxic anything relationship, I had a beautiful guest on my show, Heart Led, Soul Fed. I highly recommend you go back and listen to it. She wrote a book about toxic family transforming, her childhood abuse into her adult freedom. And her last name is Gold too, but we're not related. She had so many near-death experiences, and the first one was at the age of 6. So you have to go back and listen and watch. It's on YouTube, it's on wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, Google. Go have a listen. And if you loved that, and I have over 250 episodes, I would appreciate you leaving a review because that helps other people find it, right? And same with my show, like right here. Like, subscribe, share, do all of those things to keep this community going because that's how we're going to make it together. I'm not climbing that mountain alone. How about you? I may be Capricorn, a goat, greatest of all time. Haha. Anyways, but we goats, we don't climb the mountain alone. There's always a bunch together, hanging out on the edge of glory. All right. Well, I'm sending you all lots of love. Please remember, and I used to say this a lot, healing begins where the ego ends, but now it's just let the healing begin. I love you. Take care. Namaste. Do you feel stuck? Are you in pain? Are you looking to create your soul's purpose, but you don't know where to start? Unleash Your Soul's Purpose Mentorship. Hi, my name is Christine Gold, and I'm the founder of 24 Karat Healing. The highly experimental mentorship will help you discover your gifts, free them, and shine your inner light to spread unconditional love, unleashing your magic and your gifts, and ultimately your purpose. You will experience phenomenal breakthroughs, aha moments, epiphanies, energy healing, clearings, inner child work, higher intuition, vivid dream recall. All training slides, PDFs, and audio meditations are recorded and available for you to watch at any time. You can take them with you wherever you go. I hope to see you soon.